Hey guys, I'm going to call this video everything you wanted to know about maps but was afraid to ask. You're going to love this one. Watch this. Okay guys, so I think you're going to be very excited about this training. What I did here was I created a flowchart with everything that you need to rank in the Google 3-pack. I know right now it just looks like nonsense, but as I go through it, it's going to make a lot more sense to you. Everything starts with your website. I've had a couple of clients call me in the past saying they just want their GMB optimized. Those days are over. Google made their latest algorithm change. If you just have a GMB like Best Lawyer in Tampa, Florida, and you don't have a website attached to it, you're just doing an exact match, your listing is going to get suspended. So your GMB listing needs to have a website that supports it. Your website, right? Your website has to best explain what you do. So the GMB attaches to your website, and then from your website you have different keyword pages that best explain what you do. And if you could have the best content, give the user what it wants, Google's going to start to rank you in the Google 3-pack. You may not be in the 3-pack, you may be in the top 20 or the top 40, but you get the idea. You'll be there somewhere. And then you need to do other factors to push up the rankings. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So you have your website, and it could be a commercial electrician website. Then you find other keywords using SEMrush, Ahrefs, or you could even use Google AdWords Planner, and just find other keywords that you want to rank in the Google 3-pack and create pages based on those keywords, right? So that's keyword page 1, keyword page 2, keyword page 3. And if we're using commercial electrician as the keyword, let's say keyword 1, well then we would create two other pages that attached, I'm calling them clusters, we're creating two other pages that would link to this keyword page. So this one may say Brooklyn commercial, it may say commercial electrician. This one may say best electrician in Brooklyn, and this one may say the most affordable electrician in Brooklyn, New York, right? They all support this keyword page. So just think about your industry, think about your keywords. You want to get the best keywords that have a map pack for them. The way to test that is just to go to Google and type in the keyword and see if they produce a map. If they produce a map, great. You have the keyword. You create two other pages that attach. They could be smaller pages, just article pages, maybe about 500 words, 250 to 500 words. One page links to the other page that links to the keyword page, right? You have these pages, so you're strengthening this keyword page. And that keyword page links to your website. So your GMB, which is linked to your website, says, wow, these people must be very popular, have a lot of great content on this subject, which is Brooklyn commercial electrician. And you do that the same for every page. Now, just by doing this, by verifying your GMB and optimizing your GMB, you're probably going to get your website in Google Places. Not necessarily in the 3-pack, but you'll be in the top 20 or the top 40. The other boxes here going across, we're just going across this way, is how to improve your rankings, right? So I'm just going to say that again, just so you understand. You have your website, you have your keyword page, you have your cluster pages that support your keyword page, you have your GMB, which was verified and optimized, and you take that GMB, you point it towards your website, right, where it has a space that says enter your website. So your GMB is connected to your website, and now your GMB is reading all your keyword pages and saying, okay, well, they have a keyword page on Brooklyn commercial electrician. They have a keyword page on industrial electrician and residential electrician. Right? Since your GMB is connected to your website and your website has these pages, Google starts to rank you for those pages. All right, I hope that's clear. The next part I'm going to go over is user searches and clicks. And that's something that is probably the second most important factor in ranking in Google Maps. Okay, let's go over user searches and clicks. What is user searches and clicks? Very simple. Somebody goes to Google and types in the keyword electrician, and it brings up a map pack right here. So that's a user search. Now somebody's looking for a specific electrician, and let's say they want to use Kenco Electric. They click Kenco Electric, they click the website or directions, and they've just completed the search as per Google. Google gave them what they wanted. We close out of it, got the information we needed, and Google is happy. Right? Google is happy. We went on the website, we got the information we needed. So what does that mean? Well, it's hard to fake that signal, but if you could get several of your friends a few times a day to search your keyword, and if you're listing maybe around 7th or 8th in the Google map pack, and they could search whatever your keyword is, scroll down to your listing, click your listing, and either click the website or tap to call if they're using a cell on a mobile device, that's going to improve your ranking, especially if they can do that in your area. So if I'm trying to rank for Tampa electrician or Tampa lawyer, whatever example I always use, I forget. But if I'm in Arizona, Google knows I'm on a desktop in Arizona. Right? So that probably wouldn't be the best signal to Google. If you could get some local people, don't go crazy, but if you could get a couple of people a day, just do a search for your keyword, scroll down and click your website, and then click either tap to call, or they could click go to the website, end the search, Google's happy. That's going to dramatically improve your rankings. All right, we're going to move on to reviews. Guys, reviews are very important for your website. Don't buy reviews. Do not buy reviews. So what you can do is you could go to your GMB. You could just, once you're in your GMB on your homepage, see where it says get feedback? Click that link and just copy it. And then you could send that link to one of your customers. You could email it to them, and you could say something like, hey, if our service was outstanding, would you mind giving us a 5-star review? Click this link. And underneath the link, you could give them a template as to what to say. Not everybody's a great writer. I had one of my best clients say, Brett is great, and he's a terrific guy. I agree, but it doesn't do much for me in the ranking, right? I would have rather have said, Brett, help me with my website. I was looking for a local website designer here in Florida or New York. That's where I do business. And I found Mindsaw, and he helped me with my search engine optimization as well as my website. Because this way, when somebody's looking for a New York website design or Tampa SEO, if my review mentions that, and I also have it in my posts and on my website, Google must know that that's what I do. And they'll rank me higher in the the Google 3-pack. So reviews are very important. I showed you how to get the link. There's no reason why anybody should have 10 or 11 reviews. It's just so easy, guys. Go in your GMB, click get feedback, click this link, and just give it to people. Now, if you've only gotten 10 reviews in the past 5 years, don't get 10 today, right? It just doesn't make sense. Just get 2 a week for a little while until you start building it up. Then you could build up your reviews, and you could start adding more. But don't add 10 in one day. Don't buy reviews. Don't have all your reviews say exactly the same thing. It's good every once in a while when somebody says, Ken was a great guy and he helped me with my service. Not all your reviews should be keyword stuffed. But it's going to hurt if none of them are. So try to get some of them, the ones that at least you could control. Let the people know, say, hey, can you give us a 5-star review and put this in the review. And here's another thing regarding reviews. It's not a bad idea if every once in a while you get a 1-star review and you get a complaint. That's just what real businesses get. I don't know any real business that has 1,000 5-star reviews and not one person has ever reviewed them to complain. It just doesn't look real. Right? So every once in a while, somebody doesn't like your service. Respond to all reviews. And you could just say something like, you may be mixing us up with another company. If you could give us a call, we can't find you in our records. You may have us mixed up with somebody. Please call the office so we could figure out if you were a client. I don't see in your records. You could put something like that. Don't ever apologize. Don't fight with people, but just keep it professional and try to get it settled. And naturally, if you were at fault, let the person know, hey, we could have done this better, and offer them a service. Whatever. I don't need to tell you how to do customer service, but that's what you should do. So in regards to reviews, you want to get reviews and you want to respond to every review. You want to say, thank you very much. It was a pleasure working with you. The next time you need search engine optimization, please give us a call. If it's something that was a negative review, you could say something to the effect of, I don't have you in our record, in our database. However, we may have missed you. If you could please give us a call, and I could check to see if we have you in the database and see if you're reviewing the right company. Because people do make mistakes sometimes too. And let's face it, sometimes employees or your competition will post those reviews on your website. So we want to make sure that we're handling all reviews and we are answering every single review. Next, we'll speak about citations. Okay, guys, let's get crazy and talk about citations. Let's get nuts. So citations are a mention on other websites that say, this is your name, this is your address, and this is your phone number, otherwise known as NAP, N-A-P, name, address, and phone number. When Google has enough citations, all with the correct name, address, and phone number, Google then is able to verify that that is your correct name, address, and phone number, and they'll list you in the map pack. So you need to have the correct name, address, and phone number on your GMB. You need to have it on your website, and you also need to have it in your citations. 2 of the citations that everyone should have, no matter what industry you're in, is Yelp. Everybody should have a Yelp page, and everyone should have an Angie's List page. Very important. If you're not sure what other citations to get, if you're an attorney, you go to moz.com/learn SEO, citations by category. It's right up here. I'll put it in the description box below. You click your industry, attorneys, and these are the citations that you should have as an attorney. I would not outsource these citations. I would not outsource them, meaning that I wouldn't have somebody else do them. I would take a weekend, it's just a couple of hours, and I would fill out all these citations. Some of the citations have paid placings. Like I think Avo has a placement. I think it's $500 per year. If you're an attorney, I would suggest to get the paid one. It helps. Also, if you're going to do a YouTube video, you add a slight description. You add a small description. Hey, we're a criminal defense lawyer here in Tampa, Florida. We specialize in blank, blank, and blank. If you need our service, our name is Smith and Jones, 1010 Main Street, Tampa, Florida, 33782. Phone number 727, whatever. You got the idea, right? You make sure that in the description of the video, you put your NAP, your name, address, and phone number. So no matter what industry you are, you go to moz.com/learn and you do these by hand. Now, there's also other places that you could get citations. There's a place right here called The Hoff. And they have a citation service. I'm going to put it in the description box below, but you could get your citations here. You could also go to Whitespark.ca and you could get your citations here. Or you could go to Yext. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Yext. Tell you a little something about Yext. I was under the impression when I signed up with Yext that they would get all the citations, meaning if there's 1,000 citations, they had them all covered. Somehow I was under that impression. And they don't. They only get about 60 or 80 of them, but there's 1,000 different citations. And Yext has some that Moz doesn't have, that the Hoff doesn't have. It's not important to get them all. All I'm saying is that if you used Yext, I think the cost is somewhere around $1,000 a year. They have a beautiful control panel, meaning that you put the name, address, and phone number, you put description, you put pictures, and it sends it out to 60 or 80 citations. And anytime you need to make a change, you have that control panel. If you change your address, you change your phone number, you just go to the control panel. You don't have to go to each one individually, and they'll take care of it. The problem is that when you get tired of paying $1,000 a year for the service, they disconnect you and you lose your rankings. So once you sign up with them, you're in with them for the life of your website. And it may not matter for $1,000. Just for some people, it does matter. For some people, it does matter. The good thing about Yext also is that they are able to correct a lot of your bad citations. So if you have a citation with factual, which is a directory, and you have your old address, Yext is able to get that corrected. So if you have citations with the wrong address, it's good to use Yext. It's good to use the Hoff, and Moz also has a citation service. One of the people that I use and is over at Fiverr. She's called Virtual Girl 2010. And I don't know, for $60, she does like 300 citations. And the good thing about her is that she sends you a spreadsheet. She gives you the usernames and passwords to all the citations that she builds. So I think it's a Virtual Girl. I don't know if it's spelled out. I think it's 2010. It is 2010. So Virtual Girl 2010. Let's see if this comes up. She spells virtual different. I don't remember. Just go find Virtual Girl 2010 on Fiverr. I've recommended. Here she goes. Okay, Virtual Girl. I spelled it wrong. Virtual Girl 2010, and here's a citation package. And you could get a couple at $5, and the more you get, the more it is. But you could get your citations. So you could get citations through everyone. Just think twice before using Yext. I'm not saying not to use them, but just know what you're in for. Easy to get in, hard to get out. All right, I like that. I'll just leave it at that. Let's move on to our next subject, which is backlinks. Okay, guys, so let's go over backlinks. Backlinks is a mention on another website mentioning either your brand, Smith & Jones Law Firm, or your keyword being a DUI lawyer in Tampa, right? It is a mention on another website that when you click the link on another website, it comes back to your website. So a lot of my clients ask me, well, how do I go about, or how do you go about getting my backlinks? And it's very simple. It takes some time, but it's very simple. These are the services that I use. You could use whatever services are best for you, but I like to use this company called Web 20 Ranker. It's Web 2.0 Ranker, but in the URL it's Web 20 Ranker. You could use Authority Builders. They first have to verify you. You could use a service like here. It's called the Hoth. I would probably say for beginners, that is probably the best and easiest one. You could get blog posts, you could get guest posts, you could get press releases. So if you wanted to create an article on DUI lawyer, they'll create the article for you, and then they'll push it out to all the news forums, and then the link for DUI lawyer will come back to your specific page that says DUI lawyer. This part is DUI, this one's DUI lawyer, this keyword's DUI lawyer, this one is criminal lawyer, and this one's shoplifting. You want to point it back to the appropriate page. So you point it back to your DUI lawyer to this page. Another place that you could get links is you could get links on Fiverr. I know a lot of people don't like them, but if you don't know how to use the proper tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, or things like that to spy on your competitors, and you need some links, don't go crazy, but you could get 10 links. You're not going to get thrown off for getting 10 links or 20 links from Fiverr. Just don't buy thousands and thousands of backlinks from Fiverr. And try to get some links from people who have a bunch of reviews. This one has 63, so I may trust them. I personally use Fiverr backlinks to point at like my Tumblr pages, because I don't care if my Tumblr pages get taken down. They're either going to get strengthened or they're going to get taken down. So that's where I usually point my Fiverr links. But I'm just saying, if you're doing this yourself and you don't know where to get links from, don't go crazy. Don't get thousands of links. You could get 10, 20, 30 links, and you could point it at DUI lawyer. That's your keyword, and point to your DUI lawyer page, whatever your keyword page is, and you could get them from Fiverr. But I would probably get an account over here at the Hoth, and their links are really good. But I just wanted to help you with that, to see where you could get links. These are 4 good places where you could get links for your website to power up your keywords, so you could start to raise in the rankings for Google Maps. Okay, so this is a bit of an advanced technique. It's called Drive Stacks. It's called Google Drive Stacks. And what it does is it basically uses the properties that Google gives you for free, like Google Slides, Google Docs, sites.google.com. All can be found right here. Okay? Right? So you have Google Photos, you have Google Sheets, Google Blogger, Docs, Slides, and what you do is you get all these properties. You create a page for each. The best way I can put it is create a page for each Google property and link them to one another, where you create a stack based on a keyword, and then link that Google stack to the keyword page. There are many videos on Google Stacks. This could be a full, on Google Drive Stacks, this could be a full 2-hour video on Drive Stacks. I'm just giving you the basic idea. It's something that we use here at Mindsaw. They're safe properties. We give Google good information. We put them on the Google properties, and then we link one to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and then that one gets pointed at the keyword page. So we have the citations pointing at the keyword page, the backlinks, the drive stacks. I'm going to show you how to do Google Maps, Google Posts, and social signals. Hang in there. Hang in there, guys. I'll try to make it fun. All right, so let's talk about maps. Well, we all know that when we create a Google My Business and you put in your address, you get this Google map that they create, and it has all your information in it. Notice that? It says your name, address, and phone number, and this is all created by Google Maps. Perfect. But a lot of people don't know that you also need to create a Yahoo map. I'm going to put the addresses in the box below, in the text box below this video. I'm going to put all the addresses where you could create your maps. All right. So it's on this page, and just forgive me because sometimes they move things around, but it's somewhere on the bottom about here. You need to create an Apple map. See, here's the sign in right here. You need to create a map quest. There's a sign up right there. Okay. You need to create a map in Yelp. And then there's another one that's important called OpenStreetMap. And you need to create one there. So I'm going to put all the links on the bottom of this video so you could create them. You can also take these 5 links, except the Google map. You could take Yahoo, Apple, MapQuest, Yelp, OpenStreet, and just go to Fiverr and find a vendor that does maps. Fiverr. I don't know why I'm pounding so hard on the keyboards today, but all right, whatever. So you just go here and you type in maps, and if you do enough searches for them, like Apple Maps, Yahoo Maps, OpenStreetMaps, Create My Map, you'll find a vendor that could do all the maps for you. Pay them, $5 or $20, whatever it is, and give them all the information. Give them your name, address, and phone number. Give them a couple of pictures, and let them create a little description, and let them create all your maps. But if you want to do it yourself, I will put the links below in the description box below this video. If you want to talk about one of the most important things you can do to rank in the Google 3-pack to improve your ranking, that would be using Google Posts. That's the feature in the GMB, the Google My Business. You click Posts, and you come to a page like this. And let's say you're trying to rank for asthma doctors near me, which is a new keyword we're trying to rank for this doctor. What we will do is we will find an image by typing into Google asthma doctor. Let me show you what I mean. The first thing we do is we go to images. There's our images, by the way, right here. We try to find an appropriate image. It appears that most of the images prior to us getting on the top was a doctor checking a patient. You'll notice this one was here. That was another one right here. It was a doctor looking at it with a patient. Once again, a doctor with a patient. That was the predominant image that was found for Google Images. So we got a Google image of a doctor with a patient. We put the keyword up on top, asthma doctors near me, Flemington. We put the name, address, and phone number on the image because Google is able to read images, including the website address. And then what we did was we wrote a short post. We added the NAP, which is the name, address, and phone number. We added the page where we wanted the post to be we wanted people to click the post. So we didn't want it to go to the home page, which was primarily about sleep, about sleep disorders. We wanted to go to specifically the asthma page, and then we added a couple of hashtags, right? And that's what we did. So once we took this picture with the name, address, and phone number on it, and the description, we had all the information that we needed for the next section, which is social signals, and we'll go over that next. Okay, so let's go over what a social signal is and what it's not. A social signal is not when you go on Twitter and you just post something on Twitter and you tweet it. That is not a social signal. A social signal is that when you write something of any substance that people like, they see your article and they retweet it, or they repost it, or, you know, depending on what social platform they're on, they like the article and they like it and they retweet it out. Okay? So with that being said, how do you do that? Well, there are different ways to do it. I am catering to the beginner. I'm catering to the person who wants to try to do it on their own. And I'm just going to show you how to do that. So we created a post in Fiverr, and all we do is click Share Post. I copy the link is copied. I bring it over to Twitter. I just pasted it. If you want to know more about asthma doctors, I would write a little article, maybe add a little picture, and then I would tweet it out. Okay, great. Now, when people retweet that, that means that people like that article, and it starts building up some presence on the internet, and Google tracks that, and now your maps ranking will start to increase. How do we get people to retweet? Well, first of all, the first thing you do is write an interesting article. The second thing you do is follow a lot of people. Hopefully they'll follow you back, people in your industry. If you are in the gym industry and you have a fitness brand, naturally you would follow people in the fitness industry, and some of those people would follow you back. And then when you post a t-shirt that you created that had something to do with the gym industry, people in the fitness industry would like that, and they would retweet it and send it out to their followers, right? That's the easiest example that I could give. But what happens if you don't have the time to follow a bunch of people, so then people will follow you back and make comments? You want to get this tweet out, and you want people to retweet or repost on your Facebook, depending on the platform you use. All you do is you take the link and you just go over to Fiverr. You type in social signals. You could click anybody that has a bunch of ratings, right? I don't see too many. Okay, well, maybe we just use this guy for now. I don't use Fiverr for this, but I'm just trying to teach you if you want to do it, this is how you could do it. I seem to like this one. I would take this gig, buy this gig, send them my tweet, and they'll retweet it over and repost it over different platforms. Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, and there's no such thing as Google Plus anymore, but you know, they'll reshare your image and your story on different platforms. When Google sees it's coming from the Google post and it's being reshared, you'll start to improve in your ranking. So I really hope that helped. If you have any questions on this video, please answer them in the comment box below. So this way, if somebody else has the same question, they could answer that. If you need coaching, my email address is Bretmoleta@gmail.com. And once again, I got to say this because it's something that, I think we're all going through right now. Just remember that the reason why we're able to do this, we're able to do these videos, we're able to watch these videos and do our business, is because there's somebody either cleaning your clothes or washing your dishes or helping you get through your day somehow, picking up the kids from school, whatever your situation is. And that allows you to work and listen to these videos, right? So it's real important to thank that person. Be good to your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Be good to your kids. Be good to your mom and dad. And don't forget them. Don't get lost in all this Google stuff while it's really important. Don't get lost in all this stuff where you forget your family. It gets very easy to get bogged behind your computer for 14, 15 hours and watch a bunch of videos and kind of forget some of the people that allow you to do that without worrying about any other thing. So take 10 minutes after this video and give somebody a call, shoot someone a text. If your wife or significant other is in that room, go over and give them a kiss, ask them how their day was, right? Because that stuff's important. SEO is important, maps ranking is important, we all know that. But also caring about the people in your family and your friends, that's real important also. And we could lose that sometimes because these videos are, there's so much to learn, there's so much to learn. So, hey, listen, just keep learning, keep doing your thing. If there's something I could do to help you, always please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you. All right, guys, have a great day.